The Ghost Monument is a run-of-the-mill Doctor Who space adventure that I'm probably not going to remember in 6 months' time, but for what it is, I'll take it for now, I guess. The first 12 minutes of the companions and the Doctor being rescued from the vacuum of space that the Doctor accidentally landed them in at the end of the last episode kinda play out like a theme park ride and are pretty effective. You get the vicarious feeling of being disorientated like the companions are. Oh god, where the fuck am I? What's going on? What's happening? Oh no, the drop's coming. Oh! It's a bit like that Star Tours ride at Disneyland. Some of the dialogue's a bit clunky, but Jodie sells the hell out of what she's been given and kinda reminds me a lot of Matt Smith in that she personally manages to elevate the average material to a point where I can enjoy it and just sort of sit back and just let it wash over me. I found this bit a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the rest of it's kind of afflicted by having to cram a big 90-minute concept into just 48, the first 12 of which were admittedly the pretty decent opening sequence where we have to deal with the cliffhanger from the end of the last episode, so we got about 36 minutes to properly introduce the characters and do a big epic space adventure, minus the last 6 for getting the TARDIS back, so yeah, 30 minutes to cram a big space story into. Wow, that sounds like it's going to work. The central premise of it being a race to this ghost monument that the Doctor joins in on because the monument in question turns out to be her missing TARDIS is a pretty great one, and I can imagine it as a decent 4-part classic Doctor Who serial. But given the premise is a bit too big and fun and interesting to be executed efficiently in the duration that it's been given, the ghost monument just sort of goes, fuck it, why bother, and spends a good chunk of the episode focused on the characters bickering with each other, and these two new characters telling some anecdotes designed to make the viewer go, ooh, damn, that is so dark. So you got this little band of travellers journeying through the different environments and the Doctor attempting to figure out how they're going to make it through the next obstacle, which I do love for the record. Jodie is really putting her all into it. The setup kinda reminds me of the Crystal Maze, which is appropriate given Bradley Walsh's background as a game show host. In fact, I'd be surprised if that wasn't where the idea for the Ghost Monument sprang from. And these scenes of the Doctor figuring shit out and avoiding the robot guards are really fun and exciting. Oh, and this bit here where she does a paralysis hold is easily my favourite moment of the 13th Doctor so far. That's totally badass. But the verbal diarrhea that the rest of the characters suffer from throughout the rest of the runtime is the problem. The characters will just sit and tell us their backstories, which, don't get me wrong, they are compelling, but the episode is decisively telling us about these people rather than showing us. And a fair bit of this dialogue is really clunky.
You're making me miss my family. That's quite some achievement, considering my dad drives me bananas and my sister's trying to get me to move out so she can have my bedroom.
Now, speaking as a former heart surgeon who accidentally killed his wife during an operation before descending into a spiral of drink and drugs, I know that when introducing yourself to someone else, people do crowbar details in like Yaz just did, but when you do it like this in a bit of drama, in a line of dialogue, I don't see the character anymore. All I see is you as the writer crowbarring that in for context's sake, and it breaks the fourth wall. But hey, maybe that's just me, maybe it doesn't break it for you, we're all different. None of you have made that one fatal mistake and had to watch her just drift away. But enough about my crippling dependence on heroin. I suppose I just ended up thinking that Ghost Monument would have been better suited to being a Big Finish audio than an on-screen affair. Don't get me wrong, it does look marvellous. I particularly loved this shot of the three suns rising, and none of this is to say that the backstory of these two characters isn't interesting. Hell, it makes a change to have secondary characters that have been written as opposed to just going, hi! Yeah, I'm in this shot as well. And that moment where the Doctor's reading the message left by the long-gone scientists and Graham and this lady realise that they're connected by having lost a loved one to the Stenza is some really nice writing. I can see Chris doing some decent world building here, and it kinda reminds me of the Dark Eyes box sets. It's just that in a visual medium, it feels a bit basic and hand-holdy. Speaking of hand-holding, this bit bugged me.
You okay?
Yeah, I do remember what happened last week, clumsily used bit of music. You don't need to tell me. Oh my god, look, it's a ladder. Yes, I know that Ryan's nan died by falling off a thing and Ryan's scared of heights and he's traumatised by ladders now. I mean, I don't blame him, ladders are terrifying. Look at this one. Oh my god, that's so scary. Or this one. Oh no, look, that ladder wants to climb me. Maybe it's going to turn out to be like Asylum of the Daleks, and it's going to turn out that Ryan's been a Dalek this whole time because he can't climb stairs. Oh yeah, speaking of which, you know how Daleks can't climb stairs? Well, I've come up with a Doctor Who monster that can only climb stairs. I call it Doctor Who and the Vertitroids. Come on, BBC, give me an episode. I'd watch the fuck out of that. Sorry. Focus, Stuart, focus. God, I was doing so well at staying on topic for the first half of this video. I'm sorry. Anyway, so the Doctor faces off against these evil bits of fabric. Blink taught you to fear statues, the pilot taught you to fear puddles, and the Ghost Monument will teach you to fear curtains. And the bits of fabric say something about a timeless child. Ooh, a timeless child. I wonder what's inside this mystery box.
Audrey Hepburn or Pythagoras?
Hey, Pythagoras never wore shades.
Obviously never saw him with a hangover.
Name-dropping historical figures the Doctor's friends with as well. I don't know, maybe the show's trying to address the Doctor Who is dead crowd who got really pissy over changing the Doctor's gender, and it's going, look, all the elements are here, it's the same show, alright? So, alright, maybe some of my complaints about it being same old are a bit unfair. Like last time, Ghost Monument is unambitious, but it's functionally sound. Anyway, so I do like this moment where the TARDIS doors open the way they do. I have always liked the jokes that make out the TARDIS is like the Doctor's pet. Oh, and the redesign is just gorgeous. It's easily the most alien-looking TARDIS that we've seen. I'm actually really hoping we get a story that's set entirely in this TARDIS again, just so we get more time in this beautiful set. Anyway, that's all for now. Now leave me alone with my precious, precious heroine and my memories. My tragic, tragic memories. I am so sad because of the character backstory thing that I mentioned earlier. Why, God? Why?